Special show for you tonight, Seattle. Former co-host of Fresh Juice.
Let's
you
go.
might see him starting off the weekends at Fremont Friday.
Woo.
Or bringing the music on Sundays at Sam's Tavern.
Okay.
The rapper, DJ, host, hitting them with the combo, Seattle's own OG Mambo.
Different
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I just watched somebody dunk or something. That was so beautiful. Let's go. Man, I appreciate it, man. It's good to be back, man.
Welcome back. Welcome
Back
back.
at the crib. You guys know what it is.
Yeah, good to have you back. I think it's been about a year since you've been on the program, but you've been doing quite a couple of few things, man.
Yeah.
Of course, the mixtape with DJ Holiday dropped, and you were going about the country with him, weren't you?
Yeah, we went all over the place, man, from Vegas to Miami, obviously Atlanta, and just different showcases, marketing opportunities, other radio opportunities and things like that, and really just building the project and learning a lot too, because when you're in those rooms and those spaces, you get to kind of soak some game on what do the A&Rs want, what are the label representatives interested in, like what type of things do you want to hyper focus on, you know, to develop and grow your brand. So that's really what that whole learning experience was. And I think we talked about it before, like I ended up moving around for that, but getting kind of just blessed into that by being in the right space at the right time, it ended up shaping out to be something that I got a lot of gain from over this last year, like endless, you know what I mean? I feel overly prepared for what people are going to start seeing coming up in these next few months and even into the next year or so, just kind of different plans that we have for events and video contests and just dropping little teasers. And building that has given me the time and space to focus on tighten up the DJ craft and getting nice on the tables.
Okay.
And capitalize on the gigs that are coming up and playing some of the bigger rooms. And it's interesting because there's separate worlds, but they have a lot of duality in how music works or how human beings are impacted or the psychology of, you know what I mean, how it all goes together. So yeah, that's what it's been, bro. So shout out to DJ Holiday, man, for sure. It's
holiday season.
Yeah, it's definitely been a blessing. And also shout out to Woodrow, who is someone who I met, the umbrella firm, through Holiday. Those are people who just drop a lot of gems, and you know what I mean, whether it's just a DM here or a random meme or a post from some page that has a bunch of information. It's just constant. You feel me? So
yeah, for sure, for sure. So did he put you on the game on the DJing? Because I see like you have a new weekly night now at Sam's Tavern.
Yeah. No, actually, shout out to my guy Jelani. Jelani's the one who got me over there with Sam's, and shout out to Your Highness too. He's throwing me a few lobs with some of the extra gigs that you guys have seen. But no, I started DJing when we hit COVID. So we was like, when I would go home from the show on a Wednesday night, I would sit in my little corner and be building up, you know what I mean? Okay. You know, when I'd be on baby duty, I would as soon as you took a nap, I was figuring that out. So that's something that just came through like COVID, you know, it's because everything shut down. You start to look around and see people gaining different skills. People are becoming streamers, content creators, and I've been a host for over a decade, you know. So when you're a host, you sit there next to the turntables, you say, oh, okay, what's that? Okay. You start to recognize what buttons are and things like that.
Right.
Not enough to necessarily drive the shit, but you know, as a co-pilot, you get familiar with things. So I was like, I think I know enough to like just start experimenting. So, you know, that's when Amazon was making all sorts of money, 2020, 2021. We was at the house shipping everything. So I got a small deck, started to understand Serato, and then slowly started to expand. And by the time I got to a point where I felt like I was good or, you know, decent, and I felt confident in my presentation, because mind you, I came up hosting with people like DJ Vega, shout out to Swerve One, Rock Right, Lou Rock, Just Jordan, Famous, who are very skilled DJs, very, very, very skilled, and have been for forever. You know what I mean? That's just to name a few of some of the goats that are out here. So in my mind when I was working, I was like, until I can even kind of mess with them, I'm not even really gonna, So to my peers or my friends, or shout out to homie Shay, when we'd be printing different merch and designs for the society, he would hear some music, but bro, you're like, that's actually cool. And in my mind, I was like, yeah, but not yet. But when I was right at that like curve of feeling a little bit more confident, I was got brought on to start being a resident host at Fremont Friday.
Yeah,
there was a moment where they needed a DJ, and I got to step in, and from there, that's kind of where the ball started rolling.
And the confidence being in like you can have confidence, but being
yeah. And there's things that you learn, right? So there's things that I learned from hosting that transition over into DJing. One of the jams I got when I first was starting is like an ability to read the room. So you need to be able to see who is there, how to say certain things to them, what they might be interested in, how you can trigger them, because people all respond differently. So it's the same thing when you're spinning. You could play something, and you got to be able to look up and see, okay, is this work? Okay, it's not working like that. How about this? Okay, this works. Okay, so let me give them more of this, and then I'll splash some of the others. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just getting creative with how you develop your set.
Yeah, speaking of Fremont Fridays, like when you were DJing, you were doing the what was called the silent disco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just did the one last Friday.
Oh, you're still doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And how does that? Are the headphones provided? Do you have to bring your own headphones?
Yeah, it's provided. So it's like a company, and then they have hundreds of headphones.
Okay.
That are all connected to. I think we have up to. We only usually run 3, but I think we can get up to like 4 different channels. And then there's just a button on the side of the headphones. So let's say it was silent disco, and Patron was playing island music, and TK was
some
playing
reggaeton,
an R&B set, and then I had an Afrobeat set. You could click between each channel and hear whatever you want to hear for the moment. Or if we're all attendees, you might hear, oh, what are you listening to? I like, you're dancing so hard, I'm gonna click over just to hear what you're listening to. Or you see people fist pumping in a circle, you're like, what are they listening to? Let's do that. Or I'll do things too where I'll still like implement call and response things. So songs where everyone knows the word, like if what's my favorite word, and everyone's still gonna yell out what the favorate word is in the crowd. So people will be like, oh, they're listening to that, and click over.
I was screaming when you said that was the song I was thinking. And
that's actually.
Yeah, we ain't saying that word on here. That does beg the question, like, do you ever like take the headphones off, see people dancing, and you're like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
there's no sound, and you hear people just moving.
I'm typically working, so I couldn't speak too much on the attendee experience, but what I'm seeing is, that conversations will start. You know, it might be you guys hit the same 2-step at a time, and it's, oh, okay, wait, what's your name? Oh, you're from over here, and then you can take the headphone off, and it's normal volume to where you could just speak like.
Just because I've never been, is so other people having separate conversations with their headphones off or off?
There's everything is going on like.
It's like imagine being in this room and having people dancing with headphones on.
But everybody got their headphones on, and then
I know
some people don't.
Like if you were like
if some people just have the headphones around their neck for a minute so they could just talk, have a drink, and then their friend will run over and be like, "Oh my gosh, they're playing whatever," and they'll throw the headphones on, and now they all run to the stage and they're dancing. Or there are people who had. They might have missed some of the performances early because Fremont Fridays runs from 5 p.m. until 2 a.m., you know? So whether you came to see someone perform between that 5 to 10 slot, or you just came for the silent disco and to just mingle afterwards from 10 to 2, some people who show up in that later hour will be there like, where do I get headphones? Because that group looks like
right?
Fun, or this group is doing this. Right? So,
you get that FOMO,
the only rules are be positive, be respectful, and you know what I mean.
Basic rules.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Be cool.
General rules.
And I'm guessing they probably do that because there's probably a noise ordinance and something.
Exactly why.
Okay.
That's exactly why. Because the first 2 or 3 years that we were doing silent disc, or that we were doing Fremont Friday, we would after the last performance, which typically would happen at 9:30 or 10,
Yeah.
we would have a little bit of DJ set or something so people could mingle.
Sure.
Because, when the show's after,
Yeah, of course.
no one's in a rush to go home on a Friday night. Some people just got off work.
Yeah.
So because of the noise ordinance, we had to kind of be creative. And shout out to, I'm not sure who brought that in specifically, but shout out to Marshall and Matt and the Mediums team. Because when they brought the idea, we're like, okay, let's see how this works. And we had to get through the hiccups as one of the resident DJs. Shout out to Ben and Fleek as well. The two of us kind of navigated what works, what doesn't work, how to plug channels in, where to put us stage wise and things like that. But now the fluidity is, we're in year 6. So all y'all got to do is show up. Everything's ready for you.
Hey, I like that.
And it's different sets too. Now we're getting different DJs worked in the rotation. So you might get a hip hop set from someone you've never heard, so they're gonna play something different. Or you might get a funk set, or it might be a Latin set that's in there. So it's all just kind of bouncing around.
Nice. Got another hour to entertain you with OG Mambo, man. Lots to discuss. So feel free to drop your comments in there, questions for him. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram. We're live on all the platforms, man. Keep it live. Fresh Juice, Rainer Avenue Radio. We ain't going nowhere.